We have all seen what happens to an old newspaper left in the sun. The pages turn a sickly yellow, and the edges become so brittle they crumble at the lightest touch, like a forgotten paperback pulled from an attic. We tend to think of paper as a passive, static material, a reliable canvas designed to hold on to human history indefinitely. In reality, a sheet of paper is a highly reactive chemical medium. From the moment it is manufactured, it begins continuously altering its own molecular state. Archiving physical documents requires fighting a two-front war. On one side is an internal biological enemy baked into the wood itself, and on the other, an external environmental enemy attacking from the air. Because of this dual threat, locking a book inside a dark, dry room is rarely enough to save it. The paper will still destroy itself. To understand why, we have to look closely at how it is made. Wood is made of white, flexible structural frames called cellulose fibers, acting as a tree's steel frame. To keep upright, trees produce a dark, rigid polymer called lignin. It acts like structural concrete, filling the empty gaps and gluing the fibers together. When manufacturing cheap paper like newsprint, mills prioritize cost over longevity. Instead of cleanly separating these materials, they grind up the wood whole, leaving high amounts of that dark, rigid lignin mixed in with the cellulose. Lignin is highly unstable when exposed to oxygen in sunlight. As oxygen molecules interact with the lignin, they trigger an oxidation reaction that shifts its molecular structure, causing it to absorb more visible light. This oxidation compromises the molecular stability of the paper, resulting in the rapid visual darkening of the page. The yellowing of cheap paper is the execution of an inevitable chemical reaction, one that was programmed into the material the moment it rolled off the printing press. To make fine white paper, manufacturers use a harsh chemical solvent process to strip away the lignin entirely, leaving behind pure white cellulose. While this prevents yellowing, the archive is still in danger. Pure cellulose is vulnerable to an external enemy, atmospheric pollution from industrial fuels and vehicle combustion. The exhaust from these processes fills the air with highly reactive gases, nitrogen and sulfur dioxide. The Adelstein study found that these gases are a threat even at the low concentrations typically found inside libraries and archives. Prolonged exposure to everyday indoor air is enough to trigger an active attack on the paper. While lignin oxidation primarily changes the color of a page, this external pollution attack breaks down the paper's mechanical strength. The pages lose their flexibility and become extremely brittle. To measure this flexibility loss, scientists use the MIT fold test, repeatedly folding a paper strip under tension until it physically snaps. Plotted on a graph, the acidic paper's fold retention drops sharply during gas exposure, as fibers lose integrity. Even the highest quality lignin-free paper is destined to crumble into dust if it is left unprotected against the invisible, acidic gases of the modern industrial world. Preserving a physical document requires constant intervention. Modern archiving is a defensive operation against an invisible chemical siege. To give documents a fighting chance, manufacturers rely on a chemical defense mechanism integrated directly into the paper itself. They infuse the paper with an alkaline buffer, like calcium carbonate, to intercept and neutralize incoming acids. The study confirms this. After 120 days of gas exposure, unbuffered paper loses its structural strength, while alkaline buffered paper maintains high fold retention. For the millions of historical documents printed before buffers became standard, archivists must intervene environmentally. This means filtering industrial pollutants from the air and storing lignin-heavy documents in airtight enclosures to deprive them of oxygen and light. Recording history is only the first step in its preservation. Its long-term survival relies on mastering the chemistry of the page and strictly controlling the atmosphere that surrounds it.